Hello, this is ex Bethelite here, and I have a question. According to the Watchtower organization, is it okay to change from one religious belief to another? Well, there's an article printed out, and you can look it up on jw.org, or you can just Google it and it'll pop up in your search. So what you would want to Google is it wrong to change your religion? This is important because you have a lot of witnesses that believe that A, there's no place else to go, and B, that they should not really question their beliefs, and then C, if they were to do so, that they would be treated poorly by their family or shunned. So, what does their own organization, the Watchtower, say about not only should you be able to change your religion, but is it right for someone to be treated poorly because of that or shunned because of that change? So if you want to Google, is it wrong to change your religion? It's an article that was made in 2009, I believe, here. And we'll just go over a few points here. It starts off giving an experience, and then you want to go down to like the third paragraph there, where it says honoring one's family is important. So, of course, if someone's family is a member of a particular religion, they're going to quote a scripture that says, listen to your father who caused your birth. That's Proverbs chapter 23, verse 22. So a person may have pressure from their family to join the religion that they were raised in. And this is definitely true for Jehovah's Witnesses. But notice what this article says. It says, but it is more important to seek to know the truth about our Creator and His purposes. And it quotes Isaiah 55 and 6. Asks the question, is such a search possible? If so, how important is this search to you? Interesting. So, according to this article, trying to find out the truth about a particular religion is more important than keeping your family happy by following whatever religion you were raised in. And then it asks a probing question. It asks, how important is this search to you? That's supposed to hit you right in the heart. And that would be true of witnesses. How important is that search to you to find out if what you believe is accurate? The next paragraph here, under searching for religious truth, let's look at what that first paragraph says. It says, the world's religions teach conflicting ideas. Logically, those teachings cannot all be true. As a result, there must be many people who, as the Bible says, have a zeal for God, but not according to accurate knowledge. Romans chapter 10 and verse 2. That is very true, because you have a lot of good people who are in any church you look through. You have a lot of good people who are Jehovah's Witnesses. So Everyone can't be right and be looking in different directions, can they? Well, here they say that there's a lot of good people that have a zeal for God but aren't quite accurate. Can that be true of witnesses? You can't just exclude yourself from the equation here. Let's look at the third paragraph there. It says, instead of presenting all religions as equal approaches to God, the Bible tells its readers not to believe everything they hear, but to test the inspired expressions to see whether they originate with God. That's 1 John chapter 4 and verse 1. It's right here in the article. So a witness who wants to make sure that what they're being taught is correct according to your own organization, you can look it up right here in the I think Awake article in jw.org. It says, test the inspired expressions to see whether they originate with God. Don't believe everything that you read. 1 John chapter 4 and verse 1. It's scriptural. It is scriptural to make sure that what you believe or make sure that what you're being taught is accurate. So if you're wanting to do a search, investigation, what have you, and you need time to do that search, time away from the Kingdom Hall to do that search to make sure that what they're telling you is accurate, you shouldn't have to do anything but direct them to their own website, jw.org. Test every expression to see whether it originates with God. Let's see what else the article has to say. Here under balancing family loyalty, it says, second paragraph under balancing family loyalty, should family conflict be avoided at all costs? Of course, speaking about the conflict that can arise if a person wants to search for truth or a person wants to examine what they're being taught as to whether it's true or not. Well, that could cause a little tension if your family doesn't want you to research anything. They just want you to just accept whatever it is that they tell you. That's kind of what's being spoken of here. And that can definitely be true of Jehovah's Witnesses. It says the Bible teaches that children should be obedient to parents and that wives should be in subjection to their husbands. They quote Ephesians chapter 5, verse 22 and chapter 6, verse 1. However, it instructs those who love God to obey God as ruler rather than men. Acts 5 and verse 29. Thus, at times, loyalty to God may result in your making a decision that is unpopular with some family members. So according to the organization's own article here, if you have a relative that says, well, if you want to live in my house, you're going to go to the Kingdom Hall and be a Jehovah's Witness. The person who's saying that, their own article here says that those who love God obey God as ruler rather than men. So while you want to be respectful to your parents and family members, obeying God and trying to find the truth of a religious instruction is more important. It trumps trying to keep your family happy by just going with the flow. Now let's go to this next paragraph, which is getting down to the point here. It says, although the Bible makes a clear distinction between true and false teachings, God allows each person the freedom to choose how he or she will respond. No one should be forced to worship in a way that he finds unacceptable or be made to choose between his beliefs and his family. Very important point. The organization is saying that it's wrong to shun someone because they are trying to serve God in a way that they feel is acceptable. Read it right here in jw.org. The name of the article, The Bible's Viewpoint, Is It Wrong to Change Your Religion? Well, the organization is saying that no, it's not wrong to change your religion. And not only that, look under the subheading, Balancing Family Loyalty, go down to the third paragraph. There it says that no one should be forced to worship in a way that he finds unacceptable or be made to choose between his beliefs and his family. I mean, they are saying, correct me if I'm wrong, according to what they printed in their article and put on their website, jw.org, it's wrong to shun someone because they want to worship in a way that they think is acceptable, even if that is not the religion that their family brought them up in. If they were raised a witness and decide they're inaccurate, according to their own article, it's not right to shun that person for that reason, or to start to treat them differently. Start to distrust them. Oh, they must be into something if they're not going along with the family religion. That's not the case. It doesn't mean necessarily that a person is involved with something unscriptural if they don't want to remain a member of the Jehovah's Witnesses, because the organization has a history of putting out false information. That's going to bring up a red flag for a lot of people. A lot of people are unhappy. That's also going to bring up a red flag for a lot of people. Unless you examine the teachings of the Watchtower outside of their own publications, they could tell you anything. Then have their own elders who are trained to regurgitate their teachings in a way that makes it a little bit more palatable to you or understandable to you. Because they want people. There are some religions. Comment down below. Let me know if you think Jehovah's Witnesses are one of these religions that I'm about to mention. I won't say that they are. I'll let you decide that for yourself. Comment down below if you think that the Jehovah's Witnesses are one of those religions that want people to give up their independent thinking. They want ones to give up on the pursuit of true knowledge, making them think real research is too difficult. So here, just study what we give you. Does the organization fit that description? Do they tell you not to research outside of what we give you? See, the problem is that if you pursue knowledge within the construct of a particular religion and limit your search to only that construct, then know that anything they tell you from in there to pursue will support that religion. Again, anything that you research, that the Jehovah's Witnesses give you to research, will be to support their religion. They're not going to give you anything to research if it's not supporting what it is that they're telling you, which is why it's important to do outside research. So if you're trying to find the truth about the Jehovah's Witnesses, you don't only look at what they give you. You deal with peripheral investigations. Investigations that go 4 or 5 different sources deep. Different sources. Not all one website, 4 or 5 different ones, and compare. And you want to do that without being defensive about what you find. It may be shocking, but you don't want to be defensive or just dismiss everything that you see and say, well, God will just fix it, because no one would ever find the truth of anything if they were to just dismiss everything that they find and say, well, God will just fix it sometime later. That is a hindrance to finding the truth about a particular teaching, because you really shouldn't have to be overly defensive about reality or about truth, because it's just that, truth. And you do not want to allow any religion, including the Watchtower organization, to incarcerate your mind, entrap your mind, not allow you to think outside of the construct that they give you to think within. And anytime you step out, they frighten you in order to keep you within their construct, within whatever it is that they're giving you to research, and to keep you busy with that research. So again, the article is it wrong to change your religion? All you have to do is Google that, and it'll bring up the article for you. And you can read 2 witnesses who are telling you not to do research and telling you not to change your beliefs according to your investigation of what is and what is not the truth. You just read them their own article. And if they go against that, then they are obvious hypocrites. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you say one thing, and then, which is in this article, they say that, and then they do the opposite and try to shun you or try to prevent you from doing research, then that would make them a hypocrite. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. You can contact me at BETHELITE7 Sometimes I think I say that email incorrectly. And you can call or text at 937-607-5085. This is ex-Bethelite signing out.